So kids, also make sure you have props for under your thighs for butterfly pose. And remember, there's always the or not. If butterfly pose isn't going to be right for you, I'll give you an alternative. But pillows or yoga blocks. Make sure your yoga strap is near you so you don't have to go fumbling around. And make sure when you do, there's two ways of doing your bolsters. You can do it up and down, or you can go across. So if you're going up and down in a vertical manner, you're going to sit in front of your bolster, one fist distance away, maybe even further. And then you lay down and let it be on the center of your back. Wow, I got a bunch of pops already. So hopefully that will pop your backs and get it in adjustment for you. You can also turn it where it's horizontal, and you would want to go right underneath the shoulder blades. Linda Joy, we're going to start out with passive shoulder openers. So if you don't like anything under your shoulders, you can be flat on the floor and do butterfly with us. But I think this might be all right with you. You don't have to roll the blanket up thick, and you can put it right underneath the shoulder blades where it just comes underneath the shoulder blades where it lifts your chest. And it also stretches the back of your neck. Now, horizontally or vertically, get your placement of your prop. And let's go for chest openers. Now, also, this can be passive if you're going for the vertical one. You don't have to have the blanket folded thick. You might have it folded just a little bit in quarters, and that way it still opens your chest without jamming your spine. This way it's supportive to the spine. So everybody here, I've got a couple of people who have all different issues with their backs and different surgeries. So you listen to your back. So make sure you're comfortable. And tonight I'm going to have mine open just to be a little more supportive to my spine rather than pushing it forward up to the ceiling. So make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're one fist distance away if it's vertical. And if it's horizontal, make sure that it's at the right spot where it's just comfortable and it's a lifting of the chest and a releasing of your neck. So if you've got this vertically and it's up and down, and you lay your head down and it just doesn't feel right, fold the blanket up a little bit and stick it underneath your head so that the chin is level to the floor. Everybody's going to be in a little different spot. Now, we aren't going to do butterfly pose yet, but put the blocks or the big pillows right there, and you can kind of measure it out where that is so that when we do butterfly, it's all effortless. Let your knees rest together. Adjust any hair lolly that you have behind your head. Let your arms rest out comfortable, palms up. Let your feet be wide apart, letting the knees rest in together, and maybe rock your knees a little bit to adjust your hips and relax your gluteus maximus. Now, eyes are closed. Make sure you're in a place and space where it feels good. If not, readjust your blanket. Again, you don't have to be up high. You could be up really high if it feels good. Now let's take a deep breath in and let it out with a great big sigh. Try it again. Another deep breath in and let it out with a big sigh. Now take a deep breath in and let it out with an ah. Let's do the delicious sound. Take a deep breath in, let it out with Let's try that one more time. Take a breath in. One more delicious sound. Notice the vibration left on your lips. Please take this moment to balance your breath with your mind and your body. Now, before you go to sleep, let's take a deep breath in and let it out with a cleansing sound. Gently walk your feet towards each other. Now, don't rock the knees down all the way, but be gentle with it. Rock your knees gently side to side. Just loosen the waist up a little bit. And then we're going to bring the feet together and let your knees rest out in butterfly pose. But please support your thighs. Let your arms rest out. Take a deep breath in and let it go. So you're just going to take a few deep breaths with the hips open, letting the arms rest out. We're going to focus on a 2-part inhalation and 2-part exhalation. This is really good for the yellow air that we're all breathing. Now, we're going to take a deep breath in and let it out with a nice big sigh. Try to inhale through your nose, halfway, hold your breath. Inhale all the way up to the top, hold your breath. And try to breathe out through your nose and let the breath glide out of your body. Push the breath out. Inhale halfway, pause. Inhale all the way up to the top, pause. And out through the nose, let the breath glide completely out. Pull the belly in. And one last time, breathe in halfway, pause. Breathe in all the way up to the top, pause. And out through the nose, let the breath glide completely out. Push the breath out. Now inhale deeply, make your breath big. Hold the breath at the very top. Exhale half the breath out. Exhale all the way out. Inhale deeply, hold your breath. Now exhale half the breath out, pause. Exhale all the breath out, push it out. Inhale deep, make the breath as big as you can and divide it in two. Let half the breath out, hold the breath. And then squeeze it all the way out. Now, try this last one. Make that breath as big as you can. Hold the breath as long as you can. And let half that breath out, pause. And then squeeze it out. Take your time. And once that breath leaves you, take a deep breath in and let it out with a big sigh. Now just another moment here. See if you can relax those shoulders just a bit more. you choose to, you could actually take the props out from under your thighs if that feels good. If not, don't bother. Now, before we go anywhere, we're going to spread our fingers wide and we're going to turn the palms of your hands down. We're going to press the thumb side down and lift the pinky side up so you feel the shoulder blade lift off the floor. Now again, you can have props underneath your legs, that's fine. Now we're going to turn the hand the opposite way. Flip the palm up, turn the thumb up and draw the pinky upward. Feel how that rotates through your shoulder. Are you breathing, by the way? Now let's turn it the other way. Flip the hand the opposite way, thumb down, pinky up. Now turn the other way. Keep breathing. Put the thumb on top of the floor. If you can make that rotation, lift that pinky side up. Feel that rotation in the shoulder. Keep the arms straight. And now take a deep breath in and let the arms relax down. Now take your hands and slide the hands behind your thighs. With the strength of your arms, simply bring the knees back together. Let the arms rest anywhere. They can be on your tummy even, and rock your knees from side to side. Maybe this is deeper than the first time you did it, maybe not. Now get the feet out wide apart, knees wide apart like we did before. Let's get the internal rotation. Press one knee down, one knee points upward. Now, if you're tired of having that bolster under your back, you could get rid of it or stay on it. We're going to bring the knee up and press the other knee down. One knee points up as the other one presses downward. Gently go from side to side, slow, extra slow. Get that movement in your hip. And then bring your knees up, walk your feet and your knees in together. And now all you're going to do is roll all the way over to your left side. Get rid of your bolster. Once you do that, roll back onto your backs. Have your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. We're going to do Apanasana a couple of times.
What you doing?
We're going to place our hands right on top of our knees, and we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale. Bend your elbows, draw your knees into your chest. Inhale, bring your knees up. And exhale, bring it in.
It was good, and I got it.
Inhale, bring your knees up, bend your elbows, and exhale, bring those knees in. Now hug the knees in behind your knees, hug them in, bring your nose to your bent knees and round your back. Take 2 deep breaths. Now let your head and your shoulders rest to the floor. Put your left foot on the yoga mat, your knee is bent. Get your strap. Remember I said have it close to you? I hope I said it enough. I hope everybody has their strap near them. Get your strap and put it around your right foot. Now stretch that right leg up to the ceiling. Breathe into the back of that leg. Now stretch that left leg out long. Now we're going to bring our right hand up as high as it can go onto our yoga strap. Turn the toes towards your knees and pull back on your pinky toe side. Pull your tummy in and up and keep it there. Lift your left leg up 2 inches. If your neck feels good, bring your nose to your right leg. Reach your left arm over the thigh or next to it. Take 2 deep breaths. And after that second breath, relax it down. Let your left arm rest out with the palm up. Drop your right leg out to where it belongs to the right side. Look straight up to the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. What feels better to your neck? Take a deep breath and go. Now let's bring that right leg up to the ceiling and out to the right side. Take those nice big circles going one way around, changing the direction, go the other way around. Now we're going to bring our leg back to the center. Both hands grab your yoga strap, give it a little pull. Now you're changing your hands. Your left hand has your strap, your right arm rests out comfortable. Let's twist. Pull that right leg across the body. Remember that knee can be bent or straight, but you're going to look straight up to the ceiling, or you're going to look over your right shoulder. Take a deep breath and go. Now let's bring our right leg up to the ceiling, and both hands are going to grab your strap. Give that leg a little pull there. Now we're going to take the strap off your foot, support the leg with both hands if you'd like, or not. Work just your ankle around. Go one way, go the other way. Now press the heel up to the ceiling. Spread your toes out wide apart. Pull back on that pinky toe side. And then we're going to relax your foot, work it around. Your choice. Would you like to flex your foot, slowly bring it down, or would you like to bend your knee and slide the leg out? Full body stretch. Reach out from your fingertips to your toenails. Hollow body stretch. Turn the toes up. Press through the heels of your feet to your fingertips. And now you're going to bring your knees up, hands on top of the knees. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Bend the knees. Bring the knees to the chest. Inhale. Bring them up. Exhale. Bring them in. Inhale. Bring them up. And last time, bring them in. And hug again behind them. Bring your nose towards your bent knees as long as your back feels good. And let your head and your shoulders rest to the floor. Right foot goes on your yoga mat. Bring your nose to your left knee, round your back, and let your head and shoulders rest to the floor. Now get your yoga strap and put it around your left foot. Send that left leg up to the ceiling and breathe into the back of that leg. Let your shoulders relax on the floor. Now we're going to go for an even deeper stretch. So just stretch that right leg out. Oh, it's amazing how much further that goes. Now spider pose. Left hand has your strap. Turn the toes towards the knees. Pull back on your pinky toe side. Pull your tummy into the spine and upward towards the heart. Lift your right leg up 2 inches. Only if your neck feels good, bring your nose to your left leg and reach your right arm over your thigh or next to it. Take another breath. And then you're going to drop it down to the floor. Let your right arm rest out, palm up. Send your left leg out to the left side. Look up to the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. Now, hopefully your groin muscles got a nice stretch already. So this may be effortless, or you may be able to go a little further than only if it feels good. Don't ever push anything. Now we're going to bring that left leg to the ceiling and out to the left side. Nice big circles. Go one way, go the other way. Bring your leg up to the ceiling. Both hands grab your yoga strap. Give that leg a little bit of a pull. Now let your left arm rest out, palm up. Right hand's going to pull your left leg across the body. Look up to the ceiling or look over your left shoulder. Let the back of the left shoulder anchor into the floor. And remember, that left leg could be straight or bent. What feels best on your twist? Now we're going to bring the leg straight up to the ceiling. Both hands are going to grab your strap. Give it a little pull. Now we're going to take that strap off your foot. Support the leg with both hands or not. Wiggle your ankle in circles. Go one way, go the other. Now turn the heel up to the ceiling. Press the heel upward. Spread the toes out towards you. Feel that deep stretch. Now point your toes, wiggle your ankle. Your choice. Engage your foot slowly or quickly. Bring it down or bend your knee and slide the leg out. Reach your arms out over your head and point your toes, please. Turn the toes up and press through the heels of your feet. And then you're going to hug behind both knees, nose towards your knees, round your back. 2 deep breaths. After that, let your head and your shoulders rest down to the floor. And everybody's going to meet me on your hands and knees. Come in any way you would feel like, rolling on your side or rolling forward. And once you are on your hands and knees, please make sure you're comfortable. You've got lots of padding under your knees or behind them if you need it. If your wrists hurt, come on your elbows. Arms are straight if you are on your hands. We're going to take a deep breath here, and we're going to puff the back up to the ceiling, and we're going to move it into cow. We're going to do that a couple of times. Puff it up to the ceiling and then move it into the cow. Breathe any way you'd like, and please make sure you're not looking up any higher than it feels comfortable to your neck and cow. Your butt muscles are relaxed through both poses. Try to be loosey-goosey. Breathe here. Now, the next time you have your cat rounding, hold the cat, press the hips as low as they can go, reach your arms out long, excuse me, and then in an inhale, lift into table pose, and we're going to relax our spine into cow. Let your head hang, take a deep breath and go. Feel the shoulder blades melt on your back. Now, no movements with the chin, and these can be little nose or big nose, but really let your chin hang. Maybe you'd like to do little yeses instead, maybe both. Now, the next time you have an exhale, puff your back up to the ceiling. Make it a cat. Take another deep breath in your cat, and then exhale to extended child's. Reach the arms out, tuck the chin. We're going to inhale, look up at your hands. Walk your hands as far over to the left side as it feels comfortable. Let your head rest between your arms, and if it feels good, right hand stacks on top of the left, and we twist inward and get that nice twist to the center from hips to fingertips. Inhale, look back up. Walk your hands all the way over to the right side. Reach the fingertips out, head drops between the arms, and we put that right hand on top of that left hand on top of the right hand. We twist inward, we breathe here. We're going to look up at the hands, and we're going to walk our way back to the center. We're going to come into any child's pose that feels comfortable. Head rests on the arms or on the floor. Arms out or arms by your side. So we're going to do a little more chest opening here on the knees. I believe everybody here is safe on their knees tonight. If you are not, please make extra precautions with props, or don't do it. With an inhale, lift up onto the hands and knees. We're going to walk our hands over to the left side as far as they can go. Maybe your left hand can go in alignment to the left knee under the shoulder. Maybe that's too far. Anywhere from left knee or up to the front of the mat is good. Fingertips are pointing to the left side. We're going to scoop our right arm underneath of us. And with an inhale, we're going to lift that right arm up. We're going to look up if it's good, down if it feels better. You can readjust that left arm underneath you. And then we're going to bring our right arm by our ear, palm down. And then we're going to windmill that arm down. Walk your way over to the right side. Get your hand, and you can be anywhere to the right. If you'd like, it can be as far as in alignment to the knee. Please don't go any further than that. You're going to scoop the left arm underneath you, and with an inhale, lift your left arm up. Look up if it's good. Look down if it's better. Keep breathing. Bring the arm by your ear, palm down. And let's do it one more time. Windmill that arm down to the floor. Walk your hands over to the left. Maybe they stay where they were. Maybe the left arm goes in alignment to the knee. Maybe not. Scoop that right arm underneath you. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Look up if it's good, down if it's better. You can even be on teacup fingers on that bottom hand. You can bring the arm by your ear, palm down, reaching that right arm to the left side. And then we're going to bring the arm down. We're going to walk it all the way over to the right side. Adjust your hand where it needs to be. Scoop your left arm underneath. And with an inhale, lift it up. Come up on your fingertips if it feels good. Open your chest. Bring the arm by your ear, palm down. And then you're going to windmill that hand all the way down. Once you come down onto the floor, move your hips around. Go one way, go the other way. Please settle back into your child's pose. Child's pose doesn't have to be deep. You could have pillows under your hips, pillows under your belly, but get that rounding, get that balancing of the hips, releasing of the neck and shoulders. We do have one more pose on our knees. It's a chest opener and balance. So when you're ready, we're going to come up onto the hands and knees. Adjust the elbows so they're nice and straight. Roll your toes under. We're going to extend your right heel out no higher than your hip. And take a look back. Make sure the toes are pointing to the floor and you're pressing through the heel. Now adjust your gaze to the spot between your thumbs, and if it feels good, reach the opposite arm. The left arm goes out, reaching through your fingertips out to your heel. Now breathe here. So this is not quite the chest opener yet, but it's the balance first. Now we're going to bring it all the way back home. Move your hips around in circles. Go one way, then the other. Let's go to the other side. Arms are straight. Knees are underneath you. Toes are rolled under. Extend your left leg out. Maybe take a peek back and make sure the toes are pointing down and that your leg isn't higher than the hip. You want it in alignment. Point your nose to that spot between your thumbs. And if you're ready, take that right arm out. Reach it out. Maybe just your leg is up and you're only pressing through the heel and you're supported with 3 points. Maybe you got 2 points on the floor. Now we're going to bring it down. Move your hips around. Now we're going to go deeper into it. Would you like to go deeper? Maybe you don't. Maybe you would like to do the same thing and maybe just one heel out and not the arm. Yogi's choice. Roll the toes under. Arms are straight. If you'd like to, bring your right leg out no higher than your hip. Maybe that's as far as you go. Maybe you reach your left arm out. Maybe you bend your right knee and reach back with your left hand and grab it. Open the chest. Breathe here. Lift the knee. And then we're going to bring it back down to the floor. Move your hips around. Go one way, go the other way. Let's get the other side. Roll the toes under. Left heel goes out, no higher than your hip. If you want to stay there, that's as far as you can go. You might go. But maybe reach your right arm out and spread your fingers. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bend your knee and reach back with your right hand and lift that left heel up. Pull that right shoulder blade back. Open the chest. Take another breath if you can. And then we're going to release it. Bring your knee home and move your hips around. One way, then the other way. Now, one last child's pose. We're going to have the toes touch, knees apart or together. And please give yourself just a moment. Let the lower back release and breathe here. Now we're going to gently lift ourselves up. And we're going to sit down and put our feet out in front of us. We're going to work our ankles around. Go one way, go the other way. Flex and point your feet a couple of times. Now, we're going to go and play with that restorative twist. Since we did passive shoulder openers, this goes so well with opening the chest, and it's a nice one to play with. So we're going to lean over to the right side, and we're going to grab our left ankle and pull that foot towards the hip. Now, if this feels wonky, you probably need a folded blanket underneath your hips, maybe two. But then we're going to bend our right knee and put our right foot at the thigh. So you've got this kind of side saddle twist here. Now, I've also had clients where they've had a knee issue and they couldn't quite bend their knee that much, whether it be with whichever leg it is. That's fine too. So we're bringing both hands over to the right side. If you can't touch the floor, if that floor is too far for you, fold up another blanket and stick it under your hands and lift the floor up a little bit. You could be up on teacup fingers too. Sit up tall, look over your right shoulder. We've been twisting a lot tonight. Breathe here. Now, you may see your left foot back behind you. You may not even come close. So take inventory of what furniture you're seeing, what you are and are not seeing. And then when you're ready, you're going to come down onto that that right elbow, and you're going to look over your right shoulder. Now, this may be too far for some of you. Maybe you already need to get that big cushy pillow and get it underneath the shoulder so that you're raising the floor and you're looking over that shoulder, breathing. Maybe you can look underneath, over that shoulder, and you can see that left foot. Maybe just see the things that are behind you. Now, all you're going to do is leave that left elbow there, look down at your right hand, and we're going to put our left hand on our left hip. We're going to shrug the shoulder. We're going to bring the left shoulder to the left ear and roll it back and down. So with an inhale, bring the left shoulder to your ear. Pull the left shoulder blade towards the center of your spine, opening your chest and drawing the shoulder downward. Your chest should be opening up. Your chin should naturally turn upward with the chest, and we're going to breathe. Now, if it feels good to that left arm, bring the left arm right by your ear. Point the palm of your hand downward towards the floor. Breathe here. Now, you could also turn your head and look at your right arm, if that's better. But if you can, watch your left arm and bring your left arm out in front of you slowly. Once your left arm gets in alignment to the hip, flip the palm up and just drop the arm back. If you want, you can look up again or down if it's better. Open the chest. Now we're going to rewind the pose. So we're going to bring the arm by our hip, turn the palm down. Bring the arm by our ear, and you're either looking at your right hand or you're looking under your left arm to the palm of your hand. And then everybody's going to look down at their right hand. You're going to bend your left elbow and drop your left hand right down on top of your right hand. Let your head rest on the hands. Now that may be too deep. So maybe you need to get your big cushy pillow and stick it under your chest. To make it easiest, it's right cheek on your hands or your yoga prop, meaning your big pillow. To make it more difficult, it would be left cheek looking behind you underneath the right armpit, seeing if you can see your left foot. So, whether you've got 2 or 3 big fluffy pillows, this should be a really good place to be. So, don't make this painful. This should be a passive thing, a restorative thing. Just like passive shoulder openers. If you're feeling pain there, other than maybe a stretch, we need to readjust it and find a better prop for you. So, whether you're looking forward or you're looking behind you, maybe the forehead is on your hands. We're all going to take a deep breath and go, take another deep breath there. And just another breath or two before I let anybody fall asleep here. We're not coming up real quickly. We're going to be slow about it. We're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders. And with a gentle inhale, we're going to lift back up. We're going to get rid of any yoga props that we have. And instead of coming out of the twist, we're going to be up on our hands. Arms are straight. And we're going to look over the right shoulder. Can you see your left foot back there? Look back there. Or are you just seeing more of your furniture? Maybe a new dust bunny. Now you're going to gently walk your way back forward. Grab your left ankle. Pull that foot forward. Pick the right knee up. Set the hands back. Rock your knees from side to side. Now we're going to go to the other side, but before we do, get the feet out, work your ankles around one way, go the other, flex and point them, get some circulation back into them. Now let's go to the other side. So we're going to bend our right knee and pull the ankle to the outside. Then the left foot comes towards the thigh. Now remember, everybody's going to be a little different between your knees. And remember, if you've got a knee issue, you don't have to bend the knee so tight, or roll up a towel and stick it behind it. It makes a difference. Both hands come over to the left side. Let's take a peek back here. Sit up tall, look over your left shoulder. Can you see your right foot back there? You might not. Breathe there. Get that nice twist. Now we're going to come down. So we come down onto the left elbow. Continue to look over your shoulder as long as it feels safe. And look and see what you can see back there. Now you're all going to look at your left hand as you put your right hand at your hip. We're going to shrug your right shoulder. So you're going to roll the shoulder to your ear. You pull your shoulder blade towards the spine and down the back, opening the chest to the ceiling. Your gaze should naturally go with your chest. Once your chest is open and you're looking upward, we're going to take our right arm by our ear. The palm is down. We're stretching from the right knee out to the right fingertips. Now we're going to reach that right arm out in front of us. You can follow the arm with your gaze and bring the arm by your hip, flip your right palm up and drop it behind your chest, behind your hips, and open your chest to the ceiling. You're looking up. Take a breath. Now you could be looking at that left hand if that's better for your neck. But we're going to bring that arm by your hip, flip the palm down if you want. You can look at it or not. Bring the arm by your ear, palm down, and stretch and look under your right arm to the palm of your right hand if you can. Now everybody's going to turn their head so they look at the left hand. Bend your right elbow and flop that right hand on top of your left hand. Forehead rests on the hand, or you grab that big cushy pillow, and it could be different to each side. Relax your chest over the pillow, or flat down and let your head rest on your hands. You're either looking to the front where your left cheek is resting on the yoga prop or your hand. You could make it harder and have your right cheek on the prop or on your hand. Maybe you're looking under your left armpit and you can see your right foot back there. Maybe not. This stretches from knee all the way up into the hip. Relax everything. Let it go. Let the shoulders release over downward. Let your chest relax down to the floor. We're just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. And it's amazing how deep you get in this pose, and you don't realize it until you come out. Just a couple more breaths here. Now, I don't want anybody to fall asleep tonight. So take another deep breath in and let it go. One last one. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Now, get rid of your yoga prop. Straight arms. You're going to look over that left shoulder. Maybe you can see that foot behind you. Maybe not. And you're going to slowly walk your way back to the middle. Once you find the middle, we come out of it gently. You grab your right ankle, pull it forward. Lift that left knee up, bring it up. Rock your knees gently from side to side, please. Take the feet out wide apart, knees wide apart, and press one knee down, point one knee up, and go to the other side. We're only going to do it 2 times to each side, so go back to the first side, and let's go back down to the second side. Bring the knees back up, walk your feet in together, and we're going to take our feet into butterfly pose. So hopefully those hips are open now. Feels different when you're setting up. If it feels a little wonky on your hips, put something underneath your hips. Support them. We're going to bounce the knees. Maybe you don't want to bounce the knees. That's perfectly fine. But we're not doing anything more than letting go. Let your shoulders go. Let your head hang down. Let everything go. You could be setting up and just rounding your back, or you could be practically down, kissing your feet, or anywhere in between. Let everything go and try to focus on the deep breath out your back rib cage. Breathe and allow that back rib cage to open. Allow your lower back to open. And on the exhale, pull the belly in and upward towards the heart. Again, you're going to feel that all in the sacrum and the lower back area. Please do that a couple more breaths. As slow and as deeply as you can. Expand out wide, not your tummy or your chest, out your back body. And then when you exhale, it's all tummy. Pull that tummy in and upward. Please do that at least 2 more breaths. Experience it, feel it, breathe into it, and see if you can relax your shoulders a bit more. Now, after that last breath, take a deep cleansing breath in and let it go with a big sigh. Use your hands to gently lift yourself back up. Once you lift up, use your hands behind your knees, bring the knees in together, set the hands back, and one more time, rock your knees from side to side. And let's just take that right leg out. We're going to do a sage twist. Take the left leg and cross it over your right leg. Set up nice and tall and turn the right toes up. Press through the heel of your right foot. Now we're doing this in an open twist to stretch across your rib cage and your chest. So we're going to bring our right hand behind you, flat hand or up on teacup fingers. Your left arm goes to the inside of the leg. Spread your fingers wide. Set up tall. Press the arm into the knee. The knee presses back as you look over your right shoulder. Feel that stretch across the rib cage there. Press that left knee into the arm presses back. Slowly turn your head, look as far to the opposite side. Gently unwinding, relaxing your right foot. Bring your left hand behind you. Your right hand holds the knee or it hugs the knee. Set up tall, squeeze your tummy, and gently twist to the left. Pull that left knee to the right side and breathe there. Slowly turn your head, look over to the right, and unwind yourself. Send that right leg out, work your ankles. Let's go to the other side. Right leg crosses over left leg. Set up tall, turn those left toes straight up. Left hand behind you, flat hand or teacup finger, but right arm to the inside. Spread your right hand wide. Press your arm into the knee presses back. We're stretching across the rib cage, up into the lower ribs, up across the chest. Look over your shoulder. Press that right arm into the knee presses back. Look over that left shoulder if it feels good. Breathe. Press through your right heel. Slowly turn your head. Look as far to the right as you unwind. Come back to the center. Let's go to the other side. Keep your left toes relaxed. Our left hand holds the knee or it hugs the knee. Right hand goes back behind you and you're going to pull that right knee across the body. Look to the right as far as it feels good. Now slowly turn your head. Look over to the left side. And then we're going to come back to the middle. Release your legs and work your ankles around a little bit. One way, then the other way. Now we're going to come back down to the floor. So come down any way that feels best to you. But once you do come down, have your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor. And once you get there, we're going to lift our hips up and we're going to do a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Settle your hips back down onto the floor. Bring your arms by your side, palms down, and lift the back of your shoulders gently up and relax your shoulders down. We're going to inhale, lift your hips up, relax your butt muscles, squeeze your belly in, and lower each vertebra down one at a time. We're going to bring our hips up and our arms up over the head and on the floor behind us. But first, reach your arms over your head and on the floor behind you and make sure your yoga blocks and all your toys are out of the way. Even if you think they are, you may not have a free area. Now bring the arms back down. We're going to inhale, lift your hips up, bring your arms up over your head, and exhale, bring it back down. Don't grip your butt muscles. That means your hips are not going to come up so high. With an inhale, lift your hips up, arms over the head and on the floor behind you. And on your exhale, bring it all back down. Last time, bring it up. And last time, bring it down. Now we're going to lift the right arm up and look over the left shoulder. So lift the hips up. Right arm lifts up. Look over your left shoulder. Exhale, bring your hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Inhale, left arm, hips high, look to the right. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Inhale, right arm, hips high, look to the left. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Inhale, lift the hips up, left arm, look over your right. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Right arm, hips high, look to the left. Exhale, bring it back down, nose to the middle. Left arm, hips high, look to the right. Exhale, hand and hip down, nose to the middle. Now we're going to lift our hips up and bring our arms up, but we're going to keep it there. We're going to bring our arms up, lift the hips up, relax your butt muscles, bend your elbows, palms up. Find that space where it's effortless. Relax your butt muscles. You really, even when you think you did relax them, double check. You may not. One more breath there. And then from the top to the bottom, lower. Keep the arms there. Lower each vertebra down, one at a time. Bring the feet up off the floor, hands right on top of your knees. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bend your elbows, bring the knees to the chest. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, bring it up. And now bring them in. Hug behind your knees, nose towards your bent knees, round your back. Head and shoulders rest on the floor. Extend your left leg out. Hands behind your right knee. Turn all the toes up to the ceiling. Pull back on your pinky toe. Lift your left leg up 2 inches and pull your tummy in. Bring your nose to your right knee and reach that left arm over your thigh. Relax your head and shoulders down. Please bring both knees into your chest. Hug behind your knees, round your back. Let your head and your shoulders rest on the floor. Extend your right leg out. Hands behind your left knee. Turn the toes up to the ceiling and pull back on your pinky toe side. Lift your right leg up 2 inches, pull the tummy in, and please bring your nose to your left knee. Reach your arm over your right thigh, pull the tummy in, keep breathing, and let your head and your shoulders rest on the floor. And this time, extend that left leg out. Reach the arms out over your head and point your toes. Turn the toes up and press through the heels of your feet to your fingertips. Relax your feet. Bring your hands behind your head. Move your upper body over to the right side. Relax your elbows and your shoulders. Walk your legs over to the right side. Now, if you'd like to, put that left ankle on top of your right ankle. If you wanted to, you can go back and bend your left knee and readjust your gluteus maximus, and then row ahead and let that left ankle rest on your right ankle. You're in a banana shape, and if you're having pain in your back, you've gone too far. Unhook the legs and lower them down. Take a deep breath and go. Now, certainly, if your arms, your shoulders hurt, you can have your arms out comfortably wide. Take a deep breath in and go. Relax through your hips, your back. Take your hands out from under your head. Interlace your hands, and from your pointer finger, top of your head, and from your pointer finger out, reach out to the right side. Stretch it out long. Right hand would grab your left wrist and give yourself a nice stretch there. Let your arms rest out anywhere comfortable. Take a deep breath and go. Now your left ankle, take it off your right. Move yourself to where you think you're in the center. And before we go anywhere, we're going to hug both knees into the chest. Hug behind your knees. Round your back. Take 2 deep breaths. And then let your head and your shoulders rest to the floor. Extend your legs out long, hollow body. Take your hands and interlace your hands behind your head. Pick your upper body up and move it over to the left side. Walk your legs over to the left side. Now you can always bend that right knee and adjust your gluteus maximus. And then put that right ankle on top of your left ankle. Make sure your back doesn't hurt. If your back is hurting, take your ankle off and move it down. Let your shoulders relax. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with a great big sigh. Feel that stretch in your hip. Feel it in your back, your whole right side body. If you'd like to, interlace your hands, and from the top of your head to the pointer finger, you're going to stretch out to the left side. Reach it out. And if it feels good, your left hand's going to grab your right wrist and pull, 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 pull. And then let those arms just rest out. And then take your right leg off your left leg. Move yourself to where you think you're in the center. You're going to hug both knees into your chest. And please bring your nose towards your bent knees. Let your head and your shoulders rest on the floor. Take both knees around like you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your knees. Go one way, go the other way. Separate your knees. Get the circles in your hip. Go one way. Go the other way. Reach your hands between your legs. Grab your feet. Rock. Now remember, the requirement, the perfect pose in Happy Baby is a smile on your face. You can hold anywhere on your legs. You can hold your yoga pants. You could roll all the way to one side and stretch your leg out and be a weeble and fall over and laugh and smile some more. That's the requirement. Happiness. Now we're going to reach between our legs. We're going to put our arms between them, and we're going to grab the outsides of our feet. If you can't grab the outsides, grab behind your knees. Now, pull the knees to the outside of your rib cage towards the floor. Push your hip bones to the floor. Here's the hard part. Pull your tummy in. Tuck your chin slightly. Now, here's the even harder part. Relax. Take a deep breath in and go. Try it one more time. Throw the pillow out and let those legs rest out over your pillow. You could be in any position if you want. You could have your knees bent with your feet out wide. Child's pose. Legs up the wall, legs up the chair or the couch. An inversion table if you'd like. Make sure you're comfortable. You could even set up and have support behind your back. No matter where you're at, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. with a big sigh. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath for just a moment. Sip a little more breath in. Now blow it out hard. Check in with the body. If there's any discomfort, dis-ease, breathe into the body. Hold your breath. Sip a little more breath in. Now blow it out. Send out that discomfort, that dis-ease, thoughts, emotions. Let them leave. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with Let's do the delicious sound. Take a deep breath in. Let it out with Let's try it again. Take a breath in. Take a breath in. Notice the vibration left on your lips. Let that vibration reverberate through the entire body. Imagine every cell of your body is able to open up. Let every cell of your body savor that delicious sensation. Find the sound of your own breath. Listen for it between your ears. Feel it at the back of your throat. Let that breath grow louder and deeper. Let the breath take on the quality of a wind or a wave. Hear the breath deepening. Hear the breath growing louder. So loud that's all you can hear is the sound of that cleansing breath flowing all the way down, deep into your toes. Hear and feel that breath flow all the way back up to the head as it purifies the whole body, relaxes and releases the whole mind. Continue listening to that breath, visualizing it flowing from head to toe. Let your breath flow from fingertips to fingertips. Feel and hear the soothing breath flowing from skin deep into the bones. Notice each breath soothing the body. Notice the breath restoring the body. Let each breath release and relax the whole mind. follow that breath from head to toe. Follow that breath flowing from fingertip to fingertip. Let each breath soothe your body. Let each breath relax. Let it release the whole mind. As we start to bring ourselves back to the room, wiggle the toes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your ankles, and wiggle your wrists. Take a nice deep breath in with any extra stretch you'd like. Bring yourself back to the body more fully, more completely. Only when you're ready, draw the knees up, roll to the right if it's good, roll to the left if it's better. Stay on your side for just a moment. Let yourself come back a bit more fully. Please take your time coming to any seated position you'd like. We're going to stretch our necks before we go. So make sure you're comfortable. You could even sit on a chair. You can sit on the floor, legs out, legs crossed, whatever feels just right. We're going to be gentle about lifting the shoulders to the ears. Don't jam them. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, let them float down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, let them float down. Last time, bring them up. And exhale, let them float down. Drop your right ear towards the shoulder. Left hand out on the floor. Move it back just enough. Open your eyes. Look out the left side of your eye up to the ceiling. Lift your chin with the gaze. Now relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath and go, ah. Now be slow about this. Gently and slowly rotate your nose. Look down at the right side. Let your head hang. Take a breath and go, ah. Shake your head a little, yes. Bring your left hand to the knee. Tuck your chin to your chest. No movements. Bring both shoulders to your ears. Lift your head back up. Relax your shoulders back and down. Drop your left ear towards your shoulder. Right hand out on the floor. Move it back just enough. Open your eyes, look out the right side of your eye up to the ceiling, and then lift your chin. Now, relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath and go. Ah. Slow and gentle. Rotate your nose, look down at the left side. Let your head hang. Take a deep breath and go. Shake your head, yes. And then right hand to your knee, tuck your chin to your chest. No movements. Bring both shoulders to your ears. Lift your head up. Relax your shoulders back and down. Please bring your hands together and let your thumbs rest against your heart. If you choose to Om tonight, close your eyes. Invite a deep breath in. Namaste. It was truly an honor. It was truly a great pleasure to get to play with all of you this evening.